The sun breaks over the jagged horizon of the tall grass. Long, dramatic shadows cast across the dusty earth. Deep within the mound, vibrations of 1,000 legs signal a start. A new military campaign begins today. Blue Ant Captain Flint stands at the tunnel entrance. His antennae twitch with precision, sensing the humid morning air. He signals the first wave of scouts to move out. Hundreds of workers surge from the darkness. They enter the blinding light of the wilderness. Iridescent blue carapaces gleam with a bright, metallic sheen. The mission is critical. Secure the great crystal shard. A massive sugar deposit awaits deep in the neutral zone. Every step through the undergrowth is a calculated move. They navigate a forest of giant needles and twigs. A lead scout suddenly halts, signaling a code red. He detects the pungent, acrid scent of the rival.
Something's coming.
The pheromone trail of the Red Legion is near. The blue ants immediately shift into a defensive orb. Sharp mandibles click in rhythmic warning to predators. The air is thick with tension and ready for battle. Suddenly, the earth begins to vibrate violently. A massive stag beetle crashes through the thick, green brush. Its armored shell scrapes against the stones like a machine. It is a behemoth compared to the tiny ants.
Together we stand, our strength unmatched. Now, let's show them the might of the colony.
They remain perfectly still as the giant passes. The behemoth is oblivious to the small army beneath it. Once the tremors fade, the column resumes its pace. They reach the edge of the great puddle. The puddle appears as a vast, shimmering ocean. The morning sun reflects off the surface like liquid gold.
For Captain Flint.
To cross this watery abyss, they begin engineering. Ants lock legs together to form a living bridge. The structure extends over the murky water. Tension is visible in every joint of the swaying formation.
Almost there, Captain Flint.
The wind threatens to tear the formation apart. Ants crawl over their brothers to reach the other side. Midway across, a ripple appears on the surface. A predatory water strider schemes toward them at speed. The ants on the bridge tighten their grip. They emit a repelling chemical spray against the coming predator. The chemical spray forces the predator to veer off. The water strider disappears back into the tall reeds.
Now be gone.
The scouts reach the far bank safely. They dismantle the bridge with lightning speed and regroup now. They regroup in the shadows of an oak tree. The smell of fire ants hangs heavy now. A thick, sweet scent of aggression is everywhere. The Red Legion is already nearby, waiting to strike. Flint signals for a stealthy approach. He leads his squad through a labyrinth of twisted, dark roots. Roots glow with bioluminescent fungi in the shade. The blue ants move like ghosts through the forest. They finally sight the target, the sugar crystal. It is wedged between two jagged quartz rocks ahead. The Red Legion has already established a perimeter. Bright crimson soldiers swarm over the prize like fire.
The crystal is ours.
Flint does not hesitate for a second. He clicks his mandibles in a high-pitched battle cry now.
Move out, soldiers! The breach is open!
The blue ants surge from the root shadows. They hit the red perimeter with great, forceful power. The clash is instantaneous and very violent. A chaotic dance of segmented armor and snapping pincers. Flint engages the Red Ant Captain in a duel. Their antennae clash like electrified swords on the ledge. They circle each other on a narrow stone ledge. Every movement is a calculated strike for dominance. He uses the momentum of the Red Captain's charge. Flint flips the larger ant over his shoulder.
No.
The Red Ant Captain tumbles into the dark crevice.
No.
The tide of battle begins to shift today. Blue discipline starts to overwhelm the Red Legion. Tactical formations prove stronger than raw, red aggression. Just as victory seems certain, a shadow falls. The frantic buzzing of a yellow jacket fills the air. The aerial predator descends with predatory grace. Its stinger glistens with lethal, shiny venom in the light. The wasp strikes the ground with force. Its wings create a localized windstorm, blowing ants away.
Move to the crevice! Now! Yes, Captain!
The ants dive into narrow cracks of rocks. They avoid the wasp's massive, grabbing mandibles just in time. The wasp circles back for another pass now. Its multifaceted eyes lock onto the glowing sugar crystal. Flint realizes they cannot win through strength alone. He coordinates archer ants to climb the grass stalks.
Let's go!
Archer ants reach the top of the stalks. They prepare a synchronized volley of formic acid. On his command, they fire the acid volley. A stinging mist coats the wasp's delicate wings. The wasp loses its balance in the air. It spirals downward until it crashes into the dust. The blue ants do not give it a chance. They swarm over the giant predator, pinning its limbs. It is a struggle of many against one, a testament to the power of the colony's unity.
Push them down!
Flint turns his gaze to the red soldiers. They realize they are outmatched and retreat quickly. The blue ants stand victorious on the rocks. Their celebration is cut short by a low rumble. To an ant, a raindrop is a bomb. The first heavy droplets begin to crater the earth.
Keep moving, heavy lifters! Yes, Captain.
A team of heavy lifters hoists the shard. They begin a race for survival against the rain.
Forward, team! Faster!
The ground transforms into a treacherous landscape. Every raindrop creates a shockwave that threatens the unit. They reach the great puddle again. It is now a raging river of brown, dangerous water.
We must cross now.
They must rebuild the living bridge now. The pressure of the rising tide is immense today. The wind whips the grass into frenzy. A worker loses her footing and nearly falls away.
Thank you. Move out.
Flint catches her by the thorax. He pulls her back onto the bridge with strength. They cross the water as the bank collapses. The living bridge barely holds together at the end. The journey back is a test of endurance. They navigate a landslide of pebbles and traps.
Understood, Captain.
Finally, the silhouette of the mound appears. A fortress of safety against the storm-tossed sky. The sentries at the gate see them. They open the heavy mud doors for the unit.
Yes, Captain. With haste.
The exhausted unit rushes inside the mound. The doors slide shut with a heavy, wet thud.
Now.
Inside, the colony erupts in success. Pheromones of the queen fill the air with peace.
Yes, Captain.
The great crystal is carried to storage. It will provide enough energy for many weeks ahead.
Good work, Captain.
Flint climbs to a high overlook. He watches the workers groom each other and rest. He knows the Red Legion is not defeated. New threats are gathering in the human world. A giant human footprint is in the mud. It is a silent omen of future dangers.
Now.
The queen sends a pulse through the ground. A heartbeat that connects every ant in colony.
Something big is coming.
Flint sharpens his mandibles one last time. He calculates the routes for the next patrol. The story of ants is one of war. A saga written in the dirt of battle. The darkness of the tunnel is protective. It is a sanctuary from the cold world.
I am Captain Flint. We stand. Ready.